Lockett, U20 World Team Trials champion. You only went to 3 matches. You won the first one, fell in the second one, a close one in the second one that went all the way to the end, and then got it back, got the tech in the third. What did it take to get that third match?
First off, I want to say thank God, my Lord and Savior. Without him, none of this could have been done. But it was a really gritty match, every single match. The scores might have been a little bit wide out on the first and third one, but it was a gritty, hard match. And, he's a really awkward wrestler, like really weird and different type of wrestler than I probably ever wrestled before. And it was a lot different, but it took a lot of heart. I think my training with Coach Zoe, he's the best coach in the world, I think. And I'm happy that he gets to stay here at Oklahoma State. It was looking a little iffy, but, he was there no matter what, whether he was still staying there or not. So I give him a lot of props because without him, none of this is possible.
He kind of snakes you in that second match, and it's like a crazy one, right? It looked like you learned a lot at the Olympic trials. You really showed up. That match against Mark Shapiro to start out was lightning, right? Electric, you got the crowd going. But in that second match, right, he's long, he's lanky, they got weird hips, they wrestle real hard. He kind of got you there in the second, in the last minute. Yeah. What's going through your mind as I see you laying out here, right? How'd you gather yourself?
I wasn't too worried. I know I still have one more match, and I wrestle for moments like these. I like the big stage. The big stage is where I think I perform the best, so it kind of got me excited, put another fire under me. Haven't lost in a long time in this age group, so put a little fire under me and made me want to come back and compete 10 times harder, Took a walk with Coach Zoe, and he was like, all right, it's whatever, one more. You've been here before, so nothing changed. I just had to wrestle harder. I feel like I got a little tired in the second match, and I think that was his game plan. He waited to the end and shocked me, so I think I wrestled a little bit more smart. I got more takedowns instead of holding off and waiting and trying not to get tired.
Coach Jackson gets a yellow card. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, I saw that.
How crazy is that? You got an Olympic champion getting into it, coaching against you, getting yellow cards.
No, it's just trying to keep my mind in the match. Coach Taylor and those guys that just came in are big into that. So, I was just trying to focus on the match, and, it was everywhere. We were about to throw the block, they were about to throw the block. So it was a crazy match, So I had to try to keep my head on straight and wrestle hard. Chris Perry, one of the hardest wrestlers you can watch, right? In college, he's a grinder. He's not that good, but he's a grinder. And he was one of my main coaches this summer before the new coaches came in. So, big thanks to him, too, for teaching me that mental toughness and grit,
What was going on in your mind going into those finals matches, and then after you suffered that loss in the second match, what was the shift in mindset?
After the first match, it was 12-3. I was like, oh, man, I dominated him. This is going to be easy. One more match, and I get to go home. And then I lost, and I was like, whoa. Just regroup and get back out there. And that one was going to be 12-3 again. He challenged it and lost for a tech. So, I was just mentally trying to stay prepared for anything. I tried. I got caught late, but just staying prepared,
What's it like in the difference in coaching staffs from trials to now?
The other coaches, I knew them really well. I'm born and raised in Stillwater, Oklahoma, so I've been around Chris Perry and Tyler Caldwell, Gary Wayne Harden, Coach John Smith all my life. So those guys knew me like the back of their hand, and the new coaches, they're trying to learn me, figure me out, and I think we're growing a great bond right now. Me and Coach Taylor, Coach Kennedy, and Coach Gilman. So, it's just a little bit different, them trying to figure me out, how hard they can push me, when to, some guys will break. So all the other coaches already knew me, knew my style, knew how I wrestled, and these guys are trying to relearn me almost.
Is there anybody's doors you can't blow off like you did? You blew his doors off. That was a race. Yeah. You blew his doors. You lapped him, right? You attacked him twice.
Yeah.
Can you do that to everybody in the country and the world?
I think so. I think anyone in the world, if I on my A game and I'm not worried about the score, I think that second match, it was like one more match and you're the world team. So I was thinking more about winning and losing more than going to score points and going to compete. And that's something that I think Penn State's big on and that David's bringing to our room is who cares if you want to lose? Just go score points, get your hand raised, but score points. Score as many points as you can. And I think I started worrying about that a little bit. I'm like, oh shoot, it's 3-1, 3-2. Got to hold, got to wait. And that match I went out there and I kept scoring and scoring and scoring, and he didn't know what to do.
Are you coming back to Iron Man?
Yeah, for sure.
I need you back there. I got to talk to you every time you're there.
I'm coming. Yes, sir. I got to get one more title.
You and Marcus Blaze did the freshman thing,
And then lost the next
and
year.
you lost the 2 next years. So the bookend titles,
Yeah.
how much will that mean to you to come back here to Ohio and win the Ironman?
No, I was thinking about that on my flight here when we landed in Cleveland. I was like, oh, I've been in this airport. I haven't had much luck here the last 2 years. So, it'll be important. I think I'm going to try to bump up and go 75. I weigh about like 70, 73 right now, and I think I want to try to get bigger for college. So I think I'm going to try to go 75, just keep growing, getting bigger, and getting ready for college. I mean, Ironman's big, important for high school, but it's not my main goals. My main goal is to be Olympic champion, national champion in college. So I think I'm going to bump up and try to go compete with the best guys there is. I wrestled William Hinkle there 2 years in a row, and he was 1 point a match with Gabe Arnold. So, I mean, it's a tough tournament.
You've had that experience on a world stage. You won last year, U17 World Champion. What are you going to take from that experience and bring it into this U20 World Championships in Spain?
I think I'm going to just keep training hard and keep competing. I think there's nothing really that I have to take with me or change. I think I just got to keep working, keep getting better, and keep scoring points. If I score more points than my opponent, I win every time. So I think I'm going to just keep trying to keep scoring points. And, I learned the whole flight and traveling thing, the weight management through the flights, and I didn't have to cut very much weight last year. So I think I learned how to navigate through that and the training environments and, the other guys speaking different languages, all the noise. So, it's definitely helpful, but I think it doesn't change whether you're scoring points or not.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations.